Good morning, traders. Happy Monday, and welcome back to the Trader Bacon Show. I'm your host, Gates Adams. Yes, I have continued with the mustache. Got a couple more weeks of this before I get rid of it. I can't wait. But in the meantime, we're having a lot of fun with it. Please do not tell me I look like Flanders from The Simpsons. I've heard that one already, but we've been having a lot of fun with this. Anyway, welcome back. We've got a fun show for you today. We're going to do something a little bit different. One of the things that I've been wanting to do is put together a series of guests and shows where we specifically talk about turning your trading into a business. For so many of us, we get into the idea of we just want to learn a good strategy. We want to execute a good strategy, but we forget all of the other things that go into turning trading into a business. And with that neglect comes lost opportunities at best and failed opportunities at worst. So we're going to dive into that today. Alon has been on the show before. Today, we're going to talk about stats, but not in the way that you're probably thinking. We're going to go much, much deeper into it. And as a matter of fact, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get through everything in a 30-minute show. So he has agreed to come on after this and be a guest with me on the Forge Trader podcast, where we will continue the conversation as long as we need to get the concepts out. But this is going to give us that foundation before we get everything going. Couple things before we bring Alon in. First and foremost, I want to congratulate Apex Trader Funding, or I guess I should say I want to congratulate Apex Traders because they have now received, we have now received over $600 million in payouts to traders. So congratulations to everybody on that. That's a huge number. Working our way to that billion mark, if that even seems real yet. Here we are. We're well on our way, 60% of the way there. So, and just moving forward faster and faster each week, each month as well. So congratulations on that. If it's time for you to add to your arsenal, make sure to go to apextraderfunding.com and use promo code Benzinga. That will get you the lowest price on any evaluation at any time, anything available. So make sure to use that promo code Benzinga and go fill up that arsenal. We will be giving away, as usual, 3 evaluations over the course of this show. So make sure to fill out the form in the chat, and that will be there in just a moment, but that will give you a chance at one of those evaluations. And of course, congratulations to last week's winners, Charlie, Nicholas, and Dusty. Thankfully, I managed to, I think, get those all out without any butchered names. But all of that said, again, I'm just super excited about this show in this episode. And like I said, I want to turn this into a series. So probably about once a month, I'm going to bring in a specific guest to talk about a specific topic, or we're going to go a little bit different. Yeah, we'll have some charts and stuff up, but we're actually going to be talking more and more about the key components to turning that trading into a business. So without any further ado, let's bring on Alon on today's episode of the Trader Bacon Show. Welcome to the Trader Bacon Show, where we showcase everyday traders that are getting funded, paid, and bringing home the bacon. Are you ready? Because the Trader Bacon Show starts right now. He's in. Okay, I got a little notification that we didn't have you in. You're muted. There we go. I think we're good. So, Alon, welcome back, man. How long has it been since we had you on the show?
Almost a year and a half.
About a year and a half? Okay.
Yeah.
So we brought you in because things were going well. A year and a half later, how are things going for you now compared to when the last time we saw you on here?
Well, I got a lot of payouts since then. And,
that's awesome.
I also got strength on my and confidence on my trading technique and strategies. And the war is on ceasefire, so everything is okay in Israel. We got our hostages back. We still have 3 more bodies to bring back, but it's mostly okay.
Always hoping for the best there, without a doubt. So thank you for taking some time and sharing with us this morning. Now, this is the first of what I envision to be a series that we'll do on a monthly basis, where we will talk about turning trading into a business. And I think the reason that this is so important is because it's so easy to get tunnel visioned as a trader. We already talked ad nauseum about the fact that we spend 80% of our time looking at strategies. If we have a bad week, we think our strategy is broken and we want to start over. We go back to the drawing board and we spend strategy. And we talk all the time about the fact that we should really be working on ourselves as a trader on that 80% and maybe 20% on that strategy. But I think a big part that gets neglected is the aspects of business being of trading being a business, right? And there's so many things that we can do beyond just personal development and strategy work that can lead us to better results overall. So I'm super excited to have this conversation with you, because you are the stats guy. Like, I haven't seen anybody manage stats as well as you in all of the conversations that I've had. But this isn't the type of stats conversation that most people have, which is where they're just tracking their win rate, their risk to reward, the standard post-trade stats. We're talking about stats in terms of research and evaluation and developing a strategy that's going to work for you based on your knowledge, your experience, and all of that. So how did you get down this road of being like the stats guy?
First of all, I think about my lecturer from statistics from college, Mr. Amit Novik. And I think about when I was a student, I didn't pay so much attention for statistics.
Mhm.
But when I started trading about 9 years ago,
Mhm.
I came into a pattern on the options market.
Okay.
And it was a very, very profitable pattern. And then all of a sudden it stops for many reasons. But since that day, I decided that I want to find another pattern, and I'm going to do whatever it takes, whatever time it takes, and I will go to find a pattern. So I have to understand statistics and how it works, and how to get confidence on my research to get profitable results over and over again over time.
So we're talking about diving into statistics before you even hit the charts in the first place.
Actually, it happened after, because you always, you think you're smart, and you
Sure.
think you know everything, and you try stuff, and then you blow accounts, and then there's at some point you need to focus up and decide if it's like a casino, and you put it on the black or the green or the red, or you want to make it like a business with a factory with consistent results. And once you decide you want the second option, then everything changes. Everything.
Well, and I owned a mattress shop for 20 years. I've talked about that on the show in various instances. It was a lot more than just buying a warehouse full of mattresses and hoping people would come through the door and pay me money for them. There's first and foremost, I needed to know what models were popular in the market as a whole, what models were popular in my particular store, what sort of price points I needed to sell them at that would give me enough margin to be successful, but not so high that I'm having to, delve into the range of the traditional retail store. Like, there was so much into that side of things. And then I had to deal with advertising and marketing. And then I had to deal with employees. So there's so much more that goes into a business that we don't ever think about in the world of trading. And I've heard you use the example before. You just mentioned that, you sort of turn it into a quote unquote factory. Talk to me a little bit about the mindset that you're speaking of when you think about trading being a factory.
Okay. The most important thing about factory is that you get the same results over and over again.
Mhm.
Like, there is a line, a factory line, and every you gave the example of mattresses. So every mattress that comes in, or rubber and strings, have to be not the perfect, just have to be a mattress,
Sure.
a good one. And if you get the same results over and over again, then you have like a factory, you have a line, a good
Right.
line. And once it happens over time and you overcome times, then you get confidence on your factory line. And once the line is, good to go, profitable, you can add more lines, more construction lines.
Right.
And thing is, there is more than one way to make a mattress, and there are hundreds and thousands of ways how to trade, and strategies and patterns and etc. And my thoughts was, if there is someone, is there anywhere someone that can beat the market and get great results over and over again? And from reverse engineering, the answer is yes. Right. So now my job is either to find him, her, and then to model it in a way. And that was my way of thinking when I started to look for patterns. I know there are a lot of ways to make mattresses.
Sure.
So I want to find my own mattress. It shouldn't be the most profitable. I'm sure I'm not the most profitable trader ever lived. Very, very far from it. But I have consistent results, and that's, in my opinion, the best thing that I can expect for.
Well, and I think that consistency is the most valuable asset we can develop as a trader, because at the end of the day, if we have an edge and we execute it consistently, then we can scale up to whatever size we need. We can add more accounts, we can add more contracts, we can, add in different time frames. I mean, there's a variety of different things that we can do to increase the profitability of one concept, right? So as you started to develop this, let's go ahead and pull up your screen, because I want to really get into some of the numbers. And guys, this is going to be fairly numbers heavy, but I want you guys to really pay attention to the amount of effort and time, the willingness to go that extra mile, to do the things that most traders will never do, which is one of the reasons why most people who attempt trading do not find success. So let's go ahead and pull up your screen, Alon, and let's take a look at what you have built, and let's start working backwards and figure out how you built it so that somebody else might be able to repeat this.
Okay. Just 1 second. You talk about consistency. Consistency is very, very important when you trade on prop accounts. When you trade on prop accounts, you have to have consistency.
Your screen, Alon, if you want to reshare the screen.
Yeah, sure. What?
Yeah, sorry, we lost the feed on that.
Wait. Share screen.
Gotta love technical difficulties on a live show. This is what makes live fun. There we go.
No? Yeah, that's me.
that is with an old Apex logo. We talked
it's from last year when I've been to my family in Thailand. Right. So I got just got the Apex previous logo, and I decided to take a photo. I think I wear it. No, it was after the show. Mm-hmm. Never mind. How I built a systematic night trading approach with TradeX. I'm Alon Bar, co-founder of TradeX Israel, the Trader Backend Show, and today is November 17, 2025.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we want to take the concept of using funded accounts like employees in a factory, and I'll explain. I don't want to see funded accounts as accounts. I want to see them as employees in a factory. And once I look at accounts as employees, every employee have to deliver. And if he doesn't deliver, he gets fired. So each funded account has one clear job to follow one simple tested strategy. You can have a lot of strategies or many strategies, or even one or two, but every account should, in my opinion, should expect to follow one simple and tested strategy. So I designed the production line and the rules once. I tested it over and over again. And once I get confidence, the employees repeat them over and over again. So I get my strategy in line, intact. I tested it. I get confidence. I get good results. So I execute the strategy. It's like a startup. You open a startup. You test you test your product, and then you want to see if it works on a real market data, real market trading. Mm-hmm. If an account does not perform or violates the rules, then it is fired and replaced. And I have replaced not so many, but over 30 employees on my history, in my trading history.
Not as many as me, but that's okay.
About a year ago, I've checked one of the posts on the Apex Facebook group, and saw there was a person with over 1,000 PAs. Now this is huge. Now
that's bad management right there.
I don't think it's bad management. I think it's like great experience. So
certainly
he found 1,000 ways about how not to trade or how to blow accounts, but I'm sure he got payouts. And if not, then it's a problem. Sure. Now the goal, my goal is not a big winning trade, but a stable production line of consistent results. And as I mentioned, it's relevant for people that trading prop accounts, because if you're trading your own cash, you can deposit $1,000 and take one trade. You get you 100 times, and then you're done. And you get 50 tries. You get it on the 50 on the try number 51, then you're good. Your expectation is good, and you're profitable. But if you want to trade on prop accounts, on Apex accounts, you have to follow the rules, and you have to get consistent. Sure. So once you use a stable production line and consistent results and clear, simple, and tested strategy, your mindset is changed, and you remove the ego from trading. You have almost no emotion. You have some emotion, because when you see a green day, so it's fun. It's it makes you happy. And if you see red days, then you get you a little bit bummer. And no drama. I don't like drama. I don't like when the trading is affecting my emotions and how I treat my family, how I treat my surroundings, my friends. And this is what caused me to set my risk management. And the most important thing was, if it makes me uncomfortable, then it's too much. I need to reduce quantities, reduce accounts, reduce whatever. So this is my way of thinking when I came into using prop accounts, Apex accounts as a factory, as a business, because it is a business. Once you treat it like a business, it becomes a business. You make effort, and you make tests, and you research, and you do everything like it's a real business. You get serious on it.
So let me ask you a question on that, because I know my failed accounts were not the account's fault. So you talk about if an account fails, to follow the rules, or it doesn't, financially succeed. How are you defining that, as opposed to, say, someone like me who went on Tilt and blew 20 accounts in one shot at one point? Okay.
About 2 months ago, if you asked me that question, my answer would be, I am not firing any account. Any account, I'm not firing. I want I want them to work for me as much as they can. I don't care if they make money, if they don't make money. I don't like to buy another account, and I don't want to change my accounts. I don't care if they make $1 a day, or 20 or 50 or 500. Okay, I want them to live. And once my accounts are alive, I can do whatever I want, because in a way, in some day, they will get to a payout. But about two months ago, I changed my perspective and my mindset, because we have on Apex, we have 20 slots. Our factory can handle 20 employees. And if you have an employee which is lazy or old and not profitable, you can fire it and buy another one, replace it with another one. And an employee costs roughly between $200 to $250, $300 bucks, which is nothing. Like, it's really it's not a lot if you look at it as a way to make money, because if you get only one payout of 500, then you cover all the expenses.
Of course.
And mostly when I get to a payout, before I blow my account, I get to the 5th and 6th payout, and I get roughly between $2,500 and $5,000 per account. So I make 20 times the cost of one account. So I can spare 90 accounts before I'm losing one account. So I changed my perspective. Once I get too much drawdown, I can, start taking some more risks on that account. And if it blows, it's okay. We can buy another account and just start from the beginning, and not trying to recover $2,000 before only we get to break even. I prefer to get 2,000.
And I should say that's a strategy for you with the experience and expertise that you have. That's not necessarily the mindset someone should take if they're in drawdown on an account. So I think that there's a distinct difference between your firing an account versus somebody blowing an account.
Yeah, of course. I'm not gambling. Okay? Right. It's not a gamble. We know that the market is moving on waves. Like, there is a green wave and a red wave and stagnant waves. Yeah. So once you get into a red wave, you don't want to blow your all accounts and take too much risks.
Sure.
And once you understand that the market is going on waves, you need to set your accounts not all at once. You need to, I forgot the word in English, but to trade on one account, and then to add another account, and then to add another account and another account over and over.
Copy trading.
Time. Yeah, copy trading it's when you just add another account, but I don't want to trade them, all of the 20 accounts, from day one.
Right.
I want to gain some profit, and if I lose, only then we add another account. So this is the method that I use to add and copy my trading on simultaneous accounts.
Right.
Okay. So you want to talk about the strategy? You want to talk about?
Let's talk about let's talk a little bit about the strategy, but then I want to get into, because we got about 10 minutes left, I want to get
Oh.
into how you built that strategy, because that's really where we start to get into the stats and what you did that I don't see hardly any traders doing.
Okay, let me expose you to the mother of all the mother of all research. So what you see now is wait, I need to show you that one before. Sorry. So this is the way I'm trading. Just short explanation for people. Ignore everything except for this line. You know, the main line. It's the VWAP line, and first line, first band below it and above it. So my trading technique is VWAP reversals. It means that the price is getting away from the VWAP and then comes back towards it. It doesn't have to touch it, but it comes back towards it. Now, when we research that pattern happens on almost any asset, any day, anytime.
Okay.
Now, the $1 million or $1 billion question is how much it gets far before it turns back to the VWAP line. And this is the main question. And the pattern that we found, it's talking about that bands. And how did we get into understanding that account is using that file, which contains a triple time, more than 20,000 lines. Like this is a line, right? So there's another line. So more than 20,000 lines we've tested over 5,000 days. Okay, which is almost 1,500 trading days, which is roughly 5.5 years.
Okay.
And the most amazing thing is that if you see that that column, it means that it doesn't matter which line we've picked, we get profit results. Okay, these numbers are profit. So it doesn't matter when we drew the line, and I want you to see it on the chart. It doesn't matter if the line is here, if the line is here, here, or here. It will be profit if you do it over and over again. Okay.
Now we should specify you're talking about one specific asset, because from our conversation before, we looked at different assets and they don't all perform the same, which is where the statistics come into play.
They're not all performing the same. They all are returning to the VWAP, because the VWAP is a very, very strong indicator. So we started looking for patterns trading the VWAP line, and now we have to pick which asset gives the best results that also have consistency and profitable over time, and you don't have too much drawdowns, you don't have too much losing days, and you get well, not every day, but a lot of days of trading, because you need to trade at least 8 days to get a payout. And then we started to test a lot of assets. I've tested more than 50 assets and more than 17 time periods in each asset. It's a lot of work. It took me a lot of time. But once I saw that results, which every line is profitable, then it hits you. It's okay. This is it. This is the one. And now we just to make an optimization between drawdowns, profit days, and trading days. Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about what we're seeing there, because on what was it, 1,500 trading days, you're showing a profitability of in the 200,000 range.
Yeah.
And we're looking at it. Are we looking really at a drawdown of 370, a max drawdown of $375?
Yeah, but I guess it's because the starting day that I've picked on when I made this this file was a streak of profitable days.
Sure.
Okay. We have the largest amount of days with stop loss was 5.
Okay.
Right. This is almost nothing. Okay. It's not good, but it's almost nothing. And the best winning streak is more than 11. So it's a good.
I want to make a point here, though. You say it's not bad, but for most traders, an average trader that has 5 losing days in a row, they're ready to quit or they're ready to change their strategy. What keeps you in the game, I think, if I'm understanding correctly, is the fact that you have data that tells you 5 losing days in a row happens and it's not a big deal. And I think
Well,
that's the
first,
difference between your perception of what 5 losing days really means.
if after 5 days of losing you decide to quit, then trading is not for you.
100%. I wholeheartedly agree. I just know that as up and coming traders, as we're trying to figure this whole thing out, right? If we have 5 losing days, to us, like as a newer trader, that would seem to signal to a lot of people that maybe that strategy is ineffective. The point that I'm trying to make here is when you have 5,000 or whatever 1,500 trading days of data, and you show that it does happen, now I have confidence that that's okay.
Yeah, but the most important thing is this is only one file which contains. I'm sorry, it's not. Yeah, which contains those amount of days. But I've tested it on a lot of periods: 1 year, 3 months, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years, 13 years was the maximum time frame. And inside those time frames, I've tested January till March, and then March till June, and etc.
Sure.
And then. And then after I got confidence, I just started to trading it on a live accounts, and the results was, not late to appear.
So let's talk a little bit about how you built this, because most people are going to look at this and go, well, it would be great if I had that spreadsheet, right? Well, that's not necessarily something that everybody's going to have the capacity or even the understanding to be able to develop. So let's talk about a newer trader that wants to take this concept, but they want to do it in a way that does not require, the funds to hire a programmer, which we talked about. Nowadays, if you know what you're asking for with Fiverr, you could probably get something done for a couple $100 or something like that. Right. Okay. But prior to that, I want to take this concept and I want to make this usable to a new trader that says, okay, I've spent some time, I've found a strategy that I like, I want to test it. How would you go about testing and developing statistics without the spreadsheet?
Okay, before I had the program that made this spreadsheet, I've tested everything on my eyes, with my eyes. It means when you see the screen here, it have more than 5,000 days, as I show you, minutes before, and you can pick any day. It doesn't matter the year or the time. As we're working now on let's pick another date. Okay, November 2nd, 2021. Okay, and you see that the pattern is still happening. You hit the band and it goes back on our time frame, and you check the day before, and you see that the pattern is happening over and over again. And once it's happened so many days, okay, hit the band, goes back every day, every single day, almost. Okay, so this is a losing day. Okay, no, it's profitable. So I've tested it by eyes. Sure. You can pick any day that you want. I can go to the specific deck, and you see that the pattern is happening over and over and over again. It doesn't matter. Okay. Sure. I don't know. Let's pick any day. And once you see it with your own eyes on the chart, you see that enough times, then you can start trading on it on live accounts. So on evals, you don't have to trade on PAs. You can try it on evals and test your strategy. See, it's still happening the day after, and then the day after. Okay, this is a losing day. Okay, once you get enough winning days and less losing days, as we have on our statistics, then it's good to go. The second losing day.
So what do you say to someone who says that's time consuming? It's hard. It takes time away. I wanted to trade because I wanted more free time. What do you say to that person when that's the response to taking the time to go back in time and look at previous trading days?
Well, first of all, I'll ask him, okay, what is your what are your options? What can you do? Yeah. You have anything else? You can contact me. I will give you. We're actually selling this strategy, but you think about it as, instead of going to college, or when you go to college, or when you study a new job, you don't get to work on day one. You know everything. You know how to do everything. You have to study it, and you have to give effort. And once you find this, let's call it a gold stream, because it is a gold stream. Once you find, you only need to find one. And once you find it, then just go for it, because the amount of money that you will spend on trading if you don't do it, will be much, much, much more higher. And the effort you give will be much higher, and the frustration and all the emotions and everything will be much, much, much catastrophic for you, for your mental, for your bank account. So you need to give effort. I don't know if this pattern will stop happening. It happens over 13 years, but if it will stop happening, I will find another one. I will give it 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, and I will find another one, because it's very, very, very profitable over time.
Because you found the type of information that's meaningful to you, so you could regain that information on any other asset, any other time frame, any other strategy. And that's what makes this repeatable. That's what turns this into a factory instead of some guy sitting in front of a screen hoping for the best.
Yeah. And well, the most important thing is, I need to show you, 1 sec, is the strategy. You have days like this, but you have days like this, which, have many accounts in a payout. And this is the results. You get this one. It worth everything, because it's your prize. It's the money, it's good, but the prize is much more better. And over time, it gets larger and larger, and you keep
and you keep going. And I think that's the point, is we have high expectations of what we want to see as a trader. 372 trading days on that particular one Apex account. That's amazing.
Okay.
Right?
This account is on a pension. I don't want it to retire because of its. I think it's one of the oldest living account on Apex. I don't know how to test it, but
I don't know how to find that info, but I'll see if I can track that down. So look, dude, this is so amazing to me. And again, look, I don't think anybody is shocked by the fact that you're successful by taking the time, energy, and effort to put this type of research into your trading. And yet the net result is, year after year, month after month, year after year, you're starting to see that consistency. This is a living for you. You don't have to go clock in at a job anymore. You don't have to do all the things that most of us tend to have to do until we figure certain things out. But we're not going to figure certain things out until we take the time, energy, effort, investment, whatever it takes to get the kind of confidence. Because I could have the best strategy in the world, but if I don't execute with confidence, I'm going to blow accounts. I've experienced this. I've also experienced the other side. I'm at this point, I'm almost at $80,000 in payouts this year, because I have changed the way that I approach trading. And while it hasn't necessarily been in this statistical model, I am now treating trading like a business. And that has absolutely changed everything. Now, Alon, we are out of time. We're actually a little over time. So will you come on the Forge Trader podcast and share some more of this with me so that we can dig a little bit deeper without time constraints?
Yeah, of course. We're also friends on Facebook, and you see that my day-to-day job is, going to the beach and having fun with my family. So,
I know. I love it. I love seeing your posts, because it really is that lifestyle. It's not Lambos and, the status things that everybody likes to show. It's just really living the life of what a trader
freedom.
wants to live.
Exactly. I don't care about cars. I care about my freedom.
I love that. I love that. So folks, go check out go to theforgetrader.com/join, and I will notify you guys when Alon's going to be when his episode is going to release. We're going to go ahead and record that hopefully in the next few days and get that to where it's prepared and much more in depth, so that we can dig a little bit deeper into this, also including strategies on how you can take step-by-step approaches to building your trading through statistics and making it more like a business, and developing that consistency of factories and employees that Alon was talking about. Alon, thank you so much for sharing some time with us today. I can't wait to dig a little bit deeper into this, because I know this is really good for me as much as it is for the audience. So thank you so much, man. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Thank you for the time. Thank you for having me here. Hope to see you again very, very soon.
Always a pleasure, and we'll definitely we'll connect after the show, and we'll get the recording knocked out so that we can get people into the podcast and dig deeper. Thank you guys so much. For all of you guys out there, make sure to like, subscribe, fill out the forms for those free evaluations, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Trader Bacon Show. Thanks for joining the Trader Bacon Show, where we showcase everyday traders that are getting funded, paid, and bringing home the bacon. Make sure to join us next time, Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern.